it going to be Caitlin Elizabeth or Austin Joseph? We'll find out. We got the crib all set up.
Got the keys. Today is the day. Going in. I was thinking about different names, and I have other businesses and concepts that I have like lightly envisioned, sketched, etc. I was like, it's on the corner, like, and then I was sitting there long before we signed the lease to this place. It was just a light conversation. And I was like, oh my God, Katie's Corner. It's so exciting. So Karma's Corner is actually probably what I originally thought Cafe Karma would look like and exist as in the neighborhood. A local grocer and coffee shop, grab and go goods. Today I met with our interior designer, Genevieve, and I love her so much. Hi! Good to see you. I'm so excited.
Hi, I'm Genevieve Lovelace, and I am a Delaware interior designer, and I also do the surrounding states as well. I am collaborating with Katie on this new venture. I'm so excited. Some designs for you. Let's get started on reviewing the designs.
I love that you picked, I'm super open to any of the center things that you do. I'm open to vintagey. I'm open to this too, where I think that we should have Carla and Nate do a center install.
Oh, I love that idea because you do have enough sun coming from both directions to have a live install. Correct?
And it would take away, I think, some of the pressure and like spot on organization of theirs. So when somebody walks in here, takes a picture of the space, it's really green focused, you know?
Yes, so are you going to be doing refillable items?
I don't think so. I think
Like
ignoring that, if that's not specific, I think this would just be like certain products. I think it would be like.
Do you like the organic aspect of these or this idea, or did you like the idea of having something like more thrifted vintage?
I think organic here. I love the thrifted vintage as far as like a coffee prep station.
Okay.
It's really special to me to have an interior designer this time around. Before with Cafe Karma, I literally just have sketches of what I imagined the design would be like, and then trying to translate that myself to a contractor ended up turning into a total nightmare.
But then you want kind of like two layers.
Some layers, yeah, so we can stock certain products on there.
So that would be maybe the top one, and then
that kind of keeps like.
you're probably like, what are you?
No, I love watching you do this.
Hold on.
Because this is like my dream to be able to do this on Canva, but you can't do it.
You can't. I know. It's like I've
so
tried.
hard.
I did like the decorative aspects of some of it on Canva. Okay, that is way too big. What am I thinking? Okay. And again, we'll tweak this. I can tweak this kind of. I think I'm gonna have to like get a little bit nitty gritty with this design. But let me at least try and get something going right now, just for the. So you want like a tree.
I really love, I think the greenery in the center like that really brings in a European vibe.
Agreed. Yeah, that would look very nice. So then what are you thinking as far as products that you're hoping to actually showcase in the center?
Some of this stuff could be anything from like soaps, body care. It could still be like. Cafe Karma wasn't allowed to be that. We signed a lease in Barley Mill Plaza. We're right there with Wegmans, and they own the land and said that we can't do grab and go items there. So we can't have grocery items. We can't do any of that kind of stuff. And that's how a completely different vision was born. Honey's elderberry syrup, all those kind of like Ayurvedic and like uplifting things in your life.
So what I'm gonna do is make it so it's hollow in the middle, and then I'll do the 2 layers.
Okay, cool.
And then do you want it to be more textured, like lime wash?
I do think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm also open to, how do you get that almost like plastery look?
So someone was gonna have to actually like with like the rough edges and like where the edges aren't straight and stuff like that. So it's basically just plastering, but not doing a flat, 90-degree angle.
Okay.
We'll just
I'm open to that too.
Yeah.
I do love the texture both through lime wash or that. You brought in the light fixtures that I love. I do love.
You do like them.
But I love these. My only fear with these is that, does it resemble too identical now to Ralph's?
Okay, so I
You know
have
what I'm
not been in Ralph's.
Okay.
I'll take it. Yeah, do they
So
have
they
those
do
like
the
that?
circle globe ones like that. So I was thinking
At
maybe
least
we
I'm on
make it a
brand.
little more European designer, like upscale grocer feel with the chandelier aspect.
Okay. You want to do crystals. You want to do like stuff like that. Okay, so you want like to build like.
I also think people in this neighborhood would just love that. Yep.
Okay, now flooring. Are you?
I'm really attached to this.
Okay, black and white checkered.
Like highly attached to this.
No,
This
but-
tile will be back there in the kitchen.
Okay.
We'll tuck that away instead, so it won't be on that prominent wall. It'll just be like an essence in the kitchen.
That's when I think that we'll run into.
But are we talking 15 plus grand, or are we talking under 15 grand?
20?
Because the conversation I had with Howard yesterday.
No, and
was
this-
keep it as low as possible.
No, and I think this is important for us to decide too,
Yeah.
because like it's whether we're going to get something that's like
This is also what people don't, I think, understand is like, this is absolutely what I'm obsessed with and hyper fixated on.
Yeah,
like that's
literally
great.
Want this? So see, they're 2 separate ones. So they're in Marfil and
Yep, $5.99 per square foot.
$5.99 per square feet. But then if we do a bundle, that's 32 square feet. Did he do the?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to ground out in that dark green being in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Still a ton of white in here. But then I wanted the flooring to be probably the most thing we spent the money on, because I really want that expensive European feel in here. We're gonna keep that and just get it cleaned. Like power wash it.
Yummy. The area.
Disgusting. So we also brought Chloe here today. Chloe is our new community engagement lead at Cafe Karma.
My name's Chloe. I'm the community engagement lead at Cafe Karma, and I also work alongside Katie with the Spread Good Karma Foundation.
And she's really like wearing a ton of hats. Chloe is in school for business and marketing, and so this is kind of like me creating the role that's definitely needed beside me and a part of Karma, but it's also like her dream role, and it's kind of like a paid internship in a way. Like, she's really learning so much, and so I really try to bring her along and give her a background perspective as to how this stuff actually comes to fruition.
Katie's good at like making it transparent but not also overbearing where people should feel sympathy for her. I think how many hours she actually works. Our Spread Good Karma email, I see the thousands and thousands of emails that she has to respond to. I don't think people realize how hardworking she is.
All right, so we want the flooring to go, you're saying all the way back to the steps.
I think it would look really nice running it along here and then going into the steps, and then it would transition into the hardwood or the LVP.
Yep.
And then the bathroom, are you thinking you would like tile or to run the same flooring?
The bathroom needs to be bougie. It has to be like,
I think it should be a movement for
Yeah,
sure.
it has
so
to
we'll
be.
do tile in there. So we'll literally just run the LVP from here, and you want the LVP because that's going to be what's most practical.
so not only do I have Genevieve on my team, but I have Mike, who is a great friend of mine, has been for a really long time, and he's a contractor, and yeah, I'm excited. The duo couldn't be any better. We all really get along. We're able to like give each other like feedback and tidbits. So today was really bringing the 3 of us together and chatting about next steps to really get the permits pulled and reconstruct this place. Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Hey. So we just have a couple questions. I'll probably give to Jen, honestly, because she'll probably have a better idea.
Perfect. I'm just gonna kind of ramble off here if that's okay, and I'll send you the virtual designs as well. But I'm gonna turn you around to kind of give you an idea of what we're kind of chatting about here. So we're talking about keeping this wall as like her ice cream serving wall right here. So, I mean, I'll get in more detail, but so this is gonna probably be drywalled. She possibly was talking about having some sort of plasters because we're hoping for a little bit of like a rough, rugged edge, not so much of a 90-degree edge. I don't know if you've done something like that, like, you know, like kind of like they do on like a fireplace situation sometimes. I'll show you examples, but yeah. And then, so we'll have the ice cream serving equipment
Like
right
where you
here.
can see the barrels of the different ice cream flavors here. This will all be rounded out as a round bar.
Then we discussed having the flooring, doing just like a 24 by 24 inch tile with like a checkered pattern. Transition over here, and we'll be up the steps and then in the hallway. And then with the bathroom, she was hoping to do tile in there. Can we paint this? Paint what? Oh yeah.
It's not gonna be a paint, it's gonna be like an epoxy.
Okay, and then this, I just discussed with her ripping it out.
It is so fucking gross.
I know, I hate to, I'm like,
It's so used.
yes, it's gonna look when you have that brand new fresh tile with the fresh grout. You're never gonna be able to get this grout to match that grout up there.
That's true.
You know, and demoing this tile because she wants this tile all the way up the ceiling. So in that case, we're thinking we would tile this and tile this over here. So she was gonna remove it where we're hoping to have it be the serving window. Are we in confirmation that we can make
use this type of window.
lower window? So cute.
She needs a lot of work, this little window.
Oh, for sure.
This area will be our whole barista station. So I'm actually flipping it. I'm taking the baristas away from the front up there.
Yep.
That way, if people are ordering a quick drink, whether they have strollers, their dog, like easy accessible right there. I want them to get a quick cappuccino. I want them to get a quick drip coffee, a quick smoothie, and it be right in this facility.
And are we liking the idea of having open shelving for the coffee cups, the stuff just to quick and grab down? Okay.
Yep.
Like wood shelving, are you thinking?
I'm open to wood. I'm kind of more open on the shelving than
Okay.
put white for right now until we decide what design elements go in there.
Okay, and then that'll be the steps that go up, obviously, and I get to that yet. But more your style, more you know, like Karma style for sure. And then over here is where we'll have probably a refrigeration system with the prep station up top.
Yep, all under counter
Yeah.
fridges.
Yeah.
Basically make this a counter prep area for drinks.
Yeah, floating shelves across here, and then tile. Probably not from floor to ceiling. We'll probably have the same splash guard mirroring this way, this side here, and then
Is this splash guard like just like a stainless steel, like 16-inch on a board?
yeah. Oh gosh, that was way too close to my face. Kind of. Yeah, we'll probably do like even like maybe this material that's here, something like this.
That's all right.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So gross.
So he said this would have to be an epoxy.
But Mike, what if we don't do you're saying we have to do epoxy if we paint it, or if we keep this tile to save money back here, what does that look like?
That looks like steam cleaning and pressure washing and trying to get that black grout, a lighter color, what originally came. I mean, that would probably be your best approach, especially if you're on a budget, trying to like maybe just see what we have there once it's cleaned up.
Yeah.
And then kind of just make a decision based on how good or maybe not so good it turns out, be our decision.
So you were saying if in a perfect world, we pressure wash everything, everything's clean, and you can paint the tile black and seal it, that's potentially an option.
You're really trusting me with no case on your phone right now, and I am shaking. My hands are shaking. I'm like, your phone is hot. My hands are shaking, and you have no phone case on. I'll give that to you.
I mean, I would talk to my pig, grab that Sharon Williams, and see what he suggests.
I just think it's gonna get dirty back here no matter what, right? That's just what happens. And so the cheapest option for what we can handle in a kitchen that's already gonna get fucked up, no matter how much we clean, is important, but the terracotta color is terrible.
And then I actually added these lights here to highlight the open refrigeration. Do you like that?
I love that.
Okay.
Delaware is a small state, and it really probably, in our opinion, still is 90% comprised of people that were born and raised here. That's not actually factual anymore. Now, are those people still creating the happenings in the state? Absolutely. But there's a lot of people that are moving to Delaware or have already moved to Delaware. And so you don't really know what you're gonna get on Reddit. People wanna find places to meet someone, and people also wanna talk about the person that started something new in their neighborhood. So there's specifically like comments around, I went to Cafe Karma today and it was really expensive, or I went to Cafe Karma today. There's no real vibe or intention in the space. And if anyone knows me, I am obsessed with doing things in intention. I'm obsessed with creating an energy and a feeling in the community that people can take away with in any experience that I create. So it's really fun to see those comments. And there's ways for us to decorate above and around it.
And that's what I was thinking. Like, so I was almost thinking, like up there you can have like, I don't know, like backstock of plants or whatever you're kind of thinking.
We could just do a ton of greenery up there, or we could do, I had a really good idea of the guy that designed Central Park and Brandywine Park. We bring so much history into the cups, and we're gonna do Karma's Corner, a newspaper cup that has a different photo and all the history about Brandywine Park on there, and how we got this to be essentially a year-round farmer supportive grocery store. I think that would be really cool to add some sort of like old time photo, whether it's of him, the map of Brandywine Park, like something around that. So like, could go in here, or could go by like the pickup make your coffee station. We get rid of this bench.
So yeah, we're hoping to have this be like a retail area and remove. This looks like it's.
That's easy,
Yeah,
right?
I figured we could just not. And it looks like they just have the pocket. Oh, it looks like you can just. They're screws. They're not even. They're not even nails.
Because we essentially want to make this like a shoppable retail area, and have it be seen from the side of the street that we have like ceramics, we have merch, we have candles, we have like, we want this to like illuminate at nighttime.
Do you want it to be like flat here, and then we'll have like different heights as far as
like shelves come out or whatever?
So like shelves come out from here, are you thinking, or do you want shelves?
I think like
as far as
the shape of the window.
Okay,
Like
okay.
in those panes.
So you want it to be that, because you want a lot of retail. That we can remove this so it's more of a
But
wall-up
these
shop.
walls would stay straight down.
Exactly.
You could just step in here to essentially like grab.
Yeah, we're hoping this is just framing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so, exactly. So we'll keep maybe this, like, go to like maybe
Also
right there.
really important to know
Okay.
the fear and the dream. Like, what is the biggest fear if we remove this bench, if we get into there? What's the worst that could happen? Because it's also my budget. Not really, it's my investors, but it's my budget I'm working with. And so if we find out that if we just like went in there and tore all this stuff up, we could actually cause harm to the ventilation system. We could fuck up electric. Like, you just don't know what's behind the walls until you get into it. So you can't really be confident that this is the decision. This is absolutely what I want to do. No, no other option. You can't really lead into it that way. You have to be like, okay, what's my A, B, C, maybe even all the way down to Z plan. That's just how it actually works, whether you believe it or not.
Could we jump in and talk about the shape of this, and what your goal, like what your absolute dream shape would be, and then we can kind of accommodate as far as flooring.
So, no half wall here.
Yeah.
That's down. but we want essentially an entire rounded out bar here that goes right into, it's all connected.
Like, are you thinking round? And
I need this wall just gone.
I know.
Yeah, this wall just needs to get the fuck out of here, and then I really just need essentially a new bar brought out here into a curve. It needs to kind of round out and close off this space too. Like, I should be able, while I'm in here scooping ice cream,
so it will
have access to like storage and things here and not be able to leave.
So you don't want this a freestanding ice cream?
No.
Basically, what we're hoping for is having this round out there, round out here, but then come out to maybe...
It's probably gonna end up about here. You really only need for working space.
Perfect.
You only need somebody to be able to turn around here, and turn around here.
Just want to make sure you're okay with that.
You don't need walking space.
And then we can make this a counter with like a lifting countertop.
Yeah.
Diagonal there. This will be rounded, and then this will be rounded as well.
Because again, I've learned from Korner, designers and contractors take things very literally. And so you can't say rounded edge and expect them to do slightly rounded. They're doing fully rounded. So it's so hard as a visionary and somebody that just loves bringing a vision to life and has really good creative direction. Like, I know exactly how I see the space. It's all in my head. I can feel it in my bones. They don't feel that, right? So I have to teach them exactly what I see, and it's really hard. It's really hard to listen to, but they're doing a good job. They're doing a way better job than what I had at Cafe Karma, so that's very helpful. Everything in here has to be able to, when you walk through the door, you should be able to take a picture of this, and it should look like Karma still at the end of the day. Should be recognizable that it's part of the brand.
Okay, yeah.
So
for sure.
that's kind of why I'm saying let's maintain as much white as possible so that it is very, you know, it's ours. And if we really wanted to post on Karma's Instagram, it would be almost like invisible. Like it would just flow into all of our branding.
Yeah. Having those simple, like the black and white, the white and all that stuff, I think that's gonna
As we have the checkered cups, we do checkered on our chalkboards, we do, you know, we have the checkered, even with our yoga blocks, we do touches there. Even like the tile being like an off-white, black and white checker is very important. Like rounded out, like European stuff isn't stark white, it's not stark black, it's usually like a lime washy feel.
And we wanted to have, like, I know you were saying like matte versus like, we probably want it to be like a little bit dimpled, like a little bit, like textured. So one more thing, Mike, so with the refrigerators, we're thinking possibly like 3 of them here. Now they won't be as tall as the ceiling, so we're possibly like talking about the fact of like having some kind of soffit above the refrigerators and bumping out the vent.
But if that is more expensive, not an option, we can deal with the fact that we can put plants and like other decor sitting above the fridges there.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It was really helpful to get kind of a...
Yeah, I'm excited. It's okay. It's totally fine.
No worries. This was...
We're gonna spend a lot of time together, so I don't think this one day is
It's not the last you've seen of us.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much. I hope your baby feels better.
I know. Bye.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye. See you soon. So right now we're actually on the outside of Karma's Korner, and we're going to turn this into a beautiful outdoor seating with bistro style tables, and it actually is going to wrap around over on this side of the building, which you can see right along here. And we'll have seating right outside of this merchandise window, and then all along here, which leads us to something that's so exciting, which I think the community is going to love. And Katie will explain a little bit what we have going on here with our takeout window.
So the idea is that we have sort of an optional pickup and order window here, kind of food truck style, but we really wanted to make sense of the fact that we only have stairs coming into the building. There's no way to just walk up with a stroller, with your dogs, in a wheelchair. There's no way to order. But with this window, we're able to serve a lot more people, especially in a walkable neighborhood. So all weather, all year round, we should be able to give people a hot cappuccino right here, super quick. We should be able to grab them ice cream. We should be able to keep this outdoor walkable environment in the city and really help it to kind of elevate and thrive in the neighborhood. Process. Okay, so it says Americano with 4 shots and cinnamon for Boss Mama. Thanks, Chloe. Bye.
And who got all this stuff out?
Me!
You did? Well, let's watch it.